This is a map of the Soviet Union in 1967, published by National Geographic. The Baltic states are cut out on it, but the point of the map isn't to zone in on that region. It's to look at the sprawling expanse of the largest country in the world. But how could Stalin keep control of a country that spanned 11 time zones and 130 languages? The answer? Maskirovka. Russian military deception. A word that literally translates to a little masquerade. In his book, Agents of Influence, Mark Hollingsworth quotes a former employee of the Soviet intelligence agency who divulged that 3/4 of its budget went to ideological subversion and active measures. As the KGB disinformation chief jested in 1964, if they did not have press freedom, we would invent it for them. And invent they did. The Baltics. What a region no one has heard of can tell us about the future of war. From Democrats and Republicans in the US's 2016 presidential elections to pro-NATO Estonians and Eurosceptic ethnic Russians in Estonia, Russia exacerbates social rifts to shun the oppressor and cast itself as the underdog. Why else would advocates of a military coup in Burkina Faso be brandishing the Russian flag? The same reason that 26 out of all 54 African countries in the UN declined to sign a resolution condemning Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Putin is that good at exploiting anti-colonial resentment and pretending to be an ally.
История Запада, по сути, хроника бесконечной экспансии. Пора все-таки избавиться от этого мышления эпохи колониального владычества.
Americans thought Maskirovka would end at Reagan's
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
But it didn't. Russia may have turned off the taps on gas flow to Europe, but the fire hose of falsehood is still on full blast. While America has turned largely a blind eye to the relevance of disinformation to warfare, the US Army just released the first doctrinal publication on disinformation in 2023. Russia was building a four-pronged deception campaign. Russian disinformation, which lets targets feel a feigned sense of control while compelling them to act in the best interest of the propagandist, is large-scale and multimedia. While disinformation has remained the crown jewel of Russian military strategy since the Cold War, there is a new technology Putin can exploit: the internet. From Russia Today, a state-controlled media channel that claims to be the first news outlet to reach 1 billion page views on YouTube, to Russian internet trolls employed 24 hours a day, legally contracted to post 135 comments of 200 plus characters in 12-hour shifts. Multiple fake sources, all repeating the same pro-Kremlin themes, will trigger the frequency heuristic. Repetition triggers familiarity, triggers acceptance. Most journalists fact-check before publishing breaking news, but Russian news agencies strive to be first and to be fast. Being the first pair of boots on the ground to broadcast the latest breaking news can come at the expense of truth. If pro-Kremlin headlines are routinely the first to pop up on my phone, they take up more space in my mind in the vacuum of information about what just happened before other sources have time to butt in. In 2015, after Putin annexed Crimea under the guise of legality, Russian parliament employee Maria Gatsanova said to be reporting live 1,000 feet from the front line in Donetsk. Ukrainian shelling ringing in her ears until a light switch flips on. She laughs. She's in a darkened recording studio, playing explosion sounds. Russian disinformation does not adhere to objective reality, nor does it abide by consistency. In fact, despite conventional knowledge that contradiction tanks credibility, the Kremlin leans on peripheral cues to legitimize influence campaigns. RT reports that the latest member of NATO braces for war deaths. Well, its logo is question more. Press release says that NATO might deploy Ukrainian troops to France to stifle anti-war protesters? Well, the domain name in the URL is NATO. No way it's a proxy website using generative AI to leech the identity of legitimate news providers. Putin enforces this four-step disinformation crusade on every conventional media outlet which operates on Russian soil. In March 2022, the Kremlin blocked access to the country's last independent television channel, TV Rain. That same month, Echo Moskvy, the only radio station not dictated by Putin, was pulled off the air. And before the year was over, Novoye Gazeta, the last standing independent newspaper, had its media license revoked. The Kremlin may puppeteer all forms of old media, but it can't exert as much control over the internet. Or should I say, the intranet. Russia, like China, opted for a standalone network distinct from the World Wide Web. But, unlike its neighbor, Russia lacks the operating capacity to block YouTube. This is where free speech, if not thrives, survives. All three conventional media channels, which Putin booted from his information sphere, have kindled spin-offs on YouTube that have racked up millions of followers. But it's not smooth sailing for unbiased coverage. I noticed something scrolling through YouTube videos made by Russian citizens who were speaking out against the war. Everyone begins with the same message.
Все новые видео мы целиком выкладываем.
Since Putin's party, United Russia, passed the Foreign Agent Act in 2012, individuals or groups who receive funding from or are influenced by foreign entities need to brandish all their videos with a "I am a foreign agent, don't trust me, don't give me money" disclaimer. And if any one of the 262 people Putin branded as a foreign agent don't publish this disclaimer, they're subject to fines and criminal investigation for non-compliance. So, the internet is the stage on which information warfare will play out. The conflict has been moved from the battlefield to the hearts and minds of citizens. Because hey, disinformation doesn't invoke Article 5 of NATO's Washington Treaty, that an armed attack on one member is considered an armed attack on every member. So, the victor will be decided by who wins the information game. Each side has a few key players. Russia flaunts internet trolls, proxy websites, and state-controlled media. An important tool that the US boasted was the Global Engagement Center, designed to help axe Russia's propaganda ecosystem. But as of December 23rd, 2024, the House, controlled by Republicans, did not renew the funding for the GEC, and the agency closed its doors. What else is on the table for the US? I spoke with Professor Brendan Nyhan, misperception and conspiracy theory expert, and my former professor at Dartmouth College. There are pockets of free press subsisting on Russian internet. However, most people absorb their news through osmosis. The state-run radio station playing in the taxicab or the government-owned tabloids outside the grocery store.
We may have overweighted the psychology of how people come to believe in misperceptions and just underweighted mere exposure. The survey data that's currently available from Russia is not great for obvious reasons.
Shocking.
But it doesn't seem like people uncritically believe everything the government says. The fear is they just don't know who or what to believe. People's predispositions can leave them vulnerable to embracing these misperceptions. But when they encounter corrective information, at least, they often update in a similar way, and in some cases even more so.
But the United States Armed Forces have doubled down on counter-propaganda efforts in recent years. For every dollar that Russia spends on military funding, US taxpayers spend 8. So, which side wins the information game? Whichever has the loudest megaphone and projects it in the right direction.